Welcome to the RBA. It's a huge game here today between Boston and Cleveland. Two teams that are fighting for their hopes. Welcome to the RBA playoffs. It's a huge game here today. We welcome you. RBA basketball.
First round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Cleveland have showed up hungry and determined to fight for what they believe is rightfully theirs. Will they be able to break the stalemate and come out on top against Boston? Round one of the NBA playoffs continues.
RBA, asshole, Ronald, fuck ass.
The Eastern Conference quarterfinals were all tied at 1-1. If the first two games have been any indication.
Welcome to the RBA playoffs, not the NBA playoffs. He is lying to you. We want to welcome you as we begin the matchup of a greatness game. You know, this is what it's about. You go out there and you play basketball the right way. We only had those announcers on for the introduction because they make a really good introduction. That's really all they make good. But you know, welcome to the RBA playoffs where two teams are destined to match up. And Cleveland and Boston, two teams that have always been rivals. You know, Cleveland and New York. Cleveland lost to New York 4-1 in RBA Draft 25. Boston didn't make the playoffs. They missed the playoff appearance. Boston then made the playoffs. Cleveland swept them. And then the next year after that, Cleveland played Toronto and beat Toronto. Boston lost to Baltimore. Cleveland fell to New York City. Ahead as we begin this matchup here in Boston. A tied series. Boston already stole one as Frazier puts that one in. Fadeaway jumper, very nice. Josh Frazier, Mark. He is going to be something else this season. Zam for three. Yes. And a three by Frazier. By Bunninger. He's got to do some things. Alright, for our fantasy teams. Two games today. We'll have our next game. Of RBA coverage. Let's just check which two teams are going to play next. I think it's the 4 and the 5. But you know, RBA playoffs 5, Boston beat Philly, and then beat Cleveland, and then played Baltimore in the finals. You know, that just shows everything right there. Buttinger for 3, unable to rebound by Horford and Joshua Alford, not Horford. Boston then beat Washington 4-1 as Alford hits the 3. Good shot by Joshua Alford. And that 3-pointer. And a huge shot there. And for Cleveland, they lost to Miami in the first round. Boston went on to lose to Miami eventually too. So no one knows what would have happened if those two played, you know. But Chase has 6 points here tonight. Very nice to know all those statistics as Bolino, yes. This is why you put in a lot of work in the offseason for this moment right here. To show that you're one of the best players to touch a basketball. A steal by Paul. Alford on the drive, yes. And Boston. That's what you're here for. You're here to win. So go out there and go do that. And there it is again. Josh Frazier that time. Frazier with 4. Bolino, yes. Robert Bolino with 6 already here. RJ Williamson leads the league in RBAs, rebounds per game. Yeah, he's a very good basketball player. So he knows how to play the game well. RJ makes those 2. This one makes those 2. To our one subscriber here at RBA Basketball, we want to thank you for coming out here and supporting us. Oklahoma City at Los Angeles will be the next game. It's a huge game for them. Yeah, that series is tied 1-1 as well, so a lot of game 3s here. In the NBA Finals, game 3 is tonight. Newman hits that one. As Newman hits that one. Frazier unable to. Johnson Jr. to rebound. Gator Paul's better wake. Gator Paul has to wake up right now. He's not done anything. Newman, yes. And that guy has developed from one man to another. He has developed. That's all I'll tell you. Development in the building. Earlier in the off season, in the regular season, they traded Andrew Bogut, who was on the team for the last 10 seasons, to San Diego for Jalen Falls. Was that a good trade? Alford missed, Buttinger to rebound. Yeah, it was, because Jalen matches the system. He might not be scoring as much, but he matches that system of how you flow with the ball. And he's done a great job with this squad. And a timeout now. A chance for us to catch up on our fantasy points. Noah, who is being mentioned at 5:23 of the first quarter, has 101 to Aram's 71. Yeah, very nice. You better be checking up your fantasy points, you know. And then you got Ralph versus Michael here this week. Ralph has gone 0-2 so far. He's racking up 16-6 start for him. And then for James and Dean, a 45-6 lead for James as we begin. Here is Wheeler. And here's Gill to Ware. Newman. He is so good. Look at his athleticism. Bell fouls him. Clyde Newman this season averaged 7.2 points per game. But they saw him, and this is your new sixth man of the defending champions. And they want to compete. And you know, they could have a really good chance at coming back and going back to those finals if they can win this series tonight. Well, it's only round one still, so just remember that. You still have to play Baltimore in the second round, and then Toronto if you win, or Miami. I mean, Miami or Washington, but we know that Toronto will win versus Philadelphia, yeah. Most people do say it's going to be Toronto that's going to move on, but we don't know, because Philadelphia came back and won one in Toronto's crowd. That was really interesting how that happened. Garnett, no. Anthony, the rebound. It's going to be down. Bell the rebound, out to Beasley. Brandon Beasley. Here's RJ. Nixon. Yes. RJ Williamson racking up an assist there. Something on the board for these fantasy players, you know. This again, RJ the rebound. Block. And Garnett Jr., very good job. Wheeler. Yes. Very close game. Beasley. Nixon to Williamson. Williamson again posting up. Finds Nixon that time. Nixon bangs it home. And Dexter Nixon, who was originally the starting shooting guard for the 2014 Cleveland Bluebirds, who won the championship. Wheeler ahead to Gill. Newman ahead. Where to Gill? Sports. Beasley. Time on my playbook. Lots of timeouts here. It's close game though. The starters came out and the game got slowed down. we go. Beasley. Ahead. The Valley. Bell to Williamson. Williamson on the drive. Fighting away. Bang. R.J. Williamson has done everything for Cleveland all year long. He has a 32.5 average in the first round with a 15.5 rebounds per game and then a 3.0 assist. But Newman right back at it for himself. He's the rookie of the year, Mark. Know that. Clyde Newman, rookie of the year, and he's playing on such a huge Boston team. RJ throws it down, and he gets 3 more to rack up. RJ Williamson is doing everything for Cleveland. Newman ahead. Again. Clyde Newman. Lewis the Jet. Robert Jet. Anthony the Bell. Anthony Nixon trying to fade it away. Rebound by Zam. Zam yesterday. This is another one. This is one. Frazier for 3, yes. Josh scores. Bolino. Again, bang. Robert Bolino with 9 points. RJ throws it down the throat. Where, no good, and that's a lead, 38-37 at the end of one. A huge game. Bolino with 9. Our leaders are Josh and RJ with combined 20. Game 3. And there again, Bolino. Bangs it home. Buttinger? No. Rebound RJ. RJ puts it in. Bang. There's Buttinger with a three-pointer. Gill on the drive, fouled by Jet. There you go, substitutions now. Gaynor Paul with 0 points right now. He's the only star player to have no points. And he struggled all year long with that age. Faults, drives, and scores. A complete opposite to what he had last year. There's Gill. 16 lead changes, biggest lead for Boston, 7. Gill on the drive, beautiful layup and scores. A huge RBA basketball play right there. That's it. Frazier for 3, unable to, out for the rebound. Out for the head. It's that three-pointer. Buttinger is 14. Boston has put back in their starters from where they got rid of them last quarter. Newman for 3. Bang! He is having a huge game, and just to mention, he is only a rookie. Clyde Newman. There's Bam. Buttinger for 2. Yes, and the foul. $17 on the night. Buttinger. Johnson. He's again to Buttinger that time. Another 3. Bang. 20 points. Johnson, yes. We just scored that one. Buttinger again. Buttinger has 23 points now. Sam, yes. Buttinger again, another three-pointer. He has 26. You can look at his statistics. He's making this team fall away with the win. And if he can continue this rhythm, they'll have stolen back one from Boston and tie this series all back up, as they're only up by one right now. Beasley ahead. Finds Buttinger. Another three. Bang! Are you not getting like a little bit worried if you're Boston? It's only halfway into the second quarter, and that man has 29 points. He's doing everything. Banks it home. Nixon banks it home. Banks it home. This has been a huge game for all. Jeff Banks, that one off. Robert Jett did not make the fantasy team this year. Sam scores. Anthony. No. Rebound is by Bolino. Bolino, yes. Robert Bolino. 15. He's done a great job. Jets blocked by Zan. Jets. Bolino, the rebound. minutes. And this is that free throw. R.J. Williamson checking back in. When that's Jalen Falks who's with the free throw. No, that's not. That is. Yeah, that's Lambert. Lambert makes one out of two. It's Purvis. Paul finally scores a three. That's only his first three-pointer of the night. And just think about it, the last couple of games, it's been like this. He hasn't started a rhythm to the second half. So don't even get scared if you're a Gaynor Paul fan. 15 points in 12 minutes, 100% field goal percentage for that man. Remember, Chase Budinger is 29, he has 15. They are a good duo. And I never thought they would be the duo, you know. Before it was Robert and Josh, now it's RJ and Chase taking over a little bit. You know, Chase decided to leave. San Diego really made a huge decision there. Cleveland and San Diego, just think about it, they were in negotiation deals earlier this season. Do you think they were talking about a trade for Chase? No, he's just too untouchable for this team. You know, they know what happened. Chase didn't want to be there. He was leading the team. He was scoring 50, 60 points a game. He got rid of all that. He did not want an ego. He wanted a championship. It didn't even get him an MVP mark. You know? So that would be the half. You know, you can do so much for a team, but if you're not the best player, or if you can't score as consistently enough, you're not going to get anywhere with them. Gaynor Paul actually ends with 6. We did not expect that to happen. No. Our first quarter was all about the Boston Red Fury. They took over, but then it happened. RJ actually destroyed in the first half. Josh Frazier is having an average game, you know. Andy Zamb is having a good second quarter. Did not do much in the first, nor did Paul. Robert Bolino did a lot in the first. Clyde Newman did a lot in the first. You know, those type of guys did a lot. Alfred did a lot. Chase did a lot in both. Now we enter the second quarter. It was Gaynor Paul finally getting his statistics on the board after that one. Threw it down, got out of the goal streak. Our leading scorers, Chase Budinger with 29 points, 2 and 4. And then Robert Bolino with 15 only. And you know who's playing better? It's Cleveland. And you just got to respect that right now, and you got to keep moving forward. If I'm Boston, I look to find a way to seek them and destroy them down low. You're in your crowd. You can win this game. It's not like it's gone. Frazier to rebound. And he scores. Miss Frazier again, the rebound. Fultz. No. Bolino with the rebound. And Alford, no. Jet the rebound, secures. Cleveland trying to steal one back. Josh scores. And 18. He has 16 points now and 6 straight in this third quarter. Alford ahead to Paul. Paul on the drive, yes. And he puts it in. Gaynor Paul with 8. Faults. Looking for a better option. Finds Jet. No. It's a junior rebound. Sam ahead. Paul for three. 5. Gainer Paul. And now he has double digits on his scoreboard. And he scored 11 of the last Boston points. 11 of the 20 last Boston points, you can say. Paul a rebound. He's starting to get his statistics up a little. And Alford puts it in. They woke up. They woke up a little bit. You can see it in them. They woke up. Boston's awake and ready. Alford makes that free throw. Boston won game 1. Cleveland went back in their crowd in game 2. Alford scores, and now it's a huge 3. That was a huge one. That was a huge 3, as it's now a 1-point Boston lead. Don't believe it, just watch. Shh. Don't believe it, just watch. Shh. Oh, hey. Stop. Ready, bump. A huge game, and looking at RBA basketball right here. This is where it's about, the 87-88 start. Bell ahead to Beasley. Beasley. Buttinger for 3, bind. And he has 32. 23 in that second quarter. He was not that awake in the first quarter. Sam! Oh my goodness! What a throwdown! Annie Sam! Just not to talk about how Chase Buttinger has 32 points. Bell. Blocked. Alford the rebound. Newman. Beasley on the drive. Buttinger, Frazier, bang! This Cleveland team has woken up, and they're all ready to go as that one scores as well. This Cleveland team is on fire. Every team is on fire right now. Newman, a steal by Buttinger. Chase Buttinger ahead to Williamson. Williamson on the drive. Williamson fading away. Unable to. Rebound by Sam. Sam to Alford. As Gainer Paul is in the corner. Robert Bolino is the only bench player. He's the only starter out. As Newman scores. He has 20 points tonight, Marv. He's done better than half of the starters. Buttinger throws it down. Chase Buttinger, another one. He has 34 as he continues to submerge as one of the best players to ever touch a basketball. Yeah, well, that's a huge play. You got to play basketball, though. Chase Buttinger. Sanders on the drive. Look at this. Paul for three. Bang! It's a tie game. Gaynor Paul has made it a tie game as he has another three-pointer. And just like that, he's back in it. I told you he was going to have a good third quarter. No one listened. Beasley on the drive. And one. Yes. Beasley. Yes. Cook. There is Cook, the third-tier point guard. There is Ware. Ware to Cook. Yes. No defense at all. It's a tie game again. Beasley, he's running point guard. Or he's a shooting guard right now, but, Josh's running point guard right now. Beasley ran up the ball. RJ throws it down. RJ Williamson, who has 21, who has 20 points, 12 in the paint. Paul for three. Oh, no. Rebound by Garnett Jr. and he scores. Boston is climbing him back, which means they don't have the lead, but they're holding on to this close game right here. Maybe in some senses, like 4 out of every 10 tries, the team that's falling behind wins the game and takes over at the end. Yeah, but that's very uncommon. There's 60% chance that won't happen. Cook to Garnett Jr. and they'll fail. Paul's the only star right now in the game. If that number 2 guy is Jordan Johnson Jr., does not qualify as a star. Paul bangs it home. That's what they do, Marv. They just put Paul in so that he can just take over. Now he's leading the team in scoring, just like that in one quarter, as Boston is a tie game once again. RBA basketball right here. Nixon. Beasley ahead. Jet. Steal by Paul. Ahead. Paulino throws it down. Boston takes the lead. This crowd is roaring. Robert Bolino will go to the line and makes that one. Nixon, unable to. Johnson Jr. to rebound. Sam on the drive, finds an opening, no. Rebounded by Beasley, good block by Jet. RJ scores. Yes, 22. RJ again in the post. I think he got injured. Jet finds it home. RJ Williamson looks like he got injured. Bolino bangs it home. set for three, and he shuts up the crowd a little bit. They were being loud. Sandbang. Beasley unable to. All trying to get the ball, went out of bounds anyways. Three-pointer there. Zam bangs that one home. Jet. Nixon to Buttinger. Unable to. Bolino gotta go. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Bang! Robert Bolino at the buzzer. This crowd is unstoppable. Robert Bolino has woken up. He has 27 points. And the RBA basketball continues. We're heading into the fourth quarter of these playoff basketball. This crowd has begun to roar. Look at the assist of the game. It's going to be yours truly, Eddie Zam, throwing it down with the throat. And it's a wake-up call for Gaynor Paul and his Boston crowd. This crowd is on their feet. Frazier on the drive. Paul blocked. Bolino unable to. Frazier to rebounds. Frazier, no. RJ to rebounds. RJ falling away and scores. 24 on the night. Zam, they're only up by 2. Here's Paul. Lob to Alford. No, rebound by Buttinger. Jet for 3. No, rebound by Garnett Jr. Garnett Jr. bangs it home, and Garnett Jr. makes it a 5-point game. RJ makes that one. And RJ bangs those 2 home. Jeff for three. Bang! They shut up the crowd. Paul. Bolino making Bollinger tired. 34. Paul. I don't know what he's going to do. Paul pulls. No good. Rebounded by Bollinger. Cleveland down by 2 only. RJ has the ball in his hands. He has 24. And Alford, look at Gaynor looking to help. And there's a foul and one. And now it's a chance for Cleveland to take back this lead. Williamson scores that one. Alfred to Paul. Paul. He got fouled. No foul, 3-second call. That's a huge mistake. He has a high basketball IQ, but that one wasn't. Frazier, no, Zam the rebound. Zam to Bolino, bang! Robert Bolino with 30 points. Johnson Jr. trying to get this team back on their feet. Fultz finds it home. Sam to Paul. Bang! Gaynor Paul to Frazier to Buttinger. Bang! He gets his team back on his feet. There it is, Alford falling away again and scores. A 4-point lead. Cleveland had a 10-point lead earlier. RJ fading away, yes. He has 29 total, or 31 now actually. RJ blocked that one, I think that was Fultz. Buttinger to Beasley, yes, and Beasley scores. Good job by Buttinger, leading the way, being a leader. That's what he does. That's what he's always been doing. Paul hits that three-pointer. And now he has 23 points. Throw down by Frazier. Chase Buttinger once again, another throat. bangs it home. RJ scores again. Alford throws it down. Alford gets a steal. Boston holding on to this lead. There's 3 minutes left. Bolino, no good. A chance still. Beasley bangs it home. It's a tie basketball game. Zand ahead, Bolino. Bolino trying to find an opening. Alford sets a screen. Alford gets it past him, and he scores. That's an assist by Bolino there. Gaynor Paul is going to be your player of the game. I thought it would be Robert Bolino, but it's not. Gaynor has 24 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists. And just has destroyed the game overall. Huge baskets after huge baskets. And unbelievable defensive stoppages, three-pointers. He's done everything well, and that's the reason why he just accomplishes so much. With a tie game under your back, a 2-point lead, as Boston's last score was by Alford. There's faults. Lob to RJ, stolen away by Joshua Alford, who deflected the ball. Boston now has a chance to seal the deal on what's already been known, that this team is the best in the world. Josh finds Robert, who dunks over him, and Robert Bolino makes it look easy. Buttinger lost the ball. Johnson Jr. ahead to Gill. Gill. Robert for 3. Bang! Robert Bolino. Another 3-pointer. No good. Rebound by Bolino. Alford. Every play that's been happening is because of Robert. Alford. Bang! This crowd is roaring. Jets scores. Bolino. He has done such a good job. 38 points. Bolino Finds Gale. They're going to slow down clock time. He'll shoot. Fine! Robert Molino! Another three-pointer! This crowd is out of control! This crowd is out of control! As you can barely hear me! Boston submerges! Alford throws it down! 10 seconds left. Boston can celebrate. Game 3 is theirs. It's over. Game 3 is stolen by Boston. We'll see you for Game 4. If you're a Cleveland fan, oh, what disappointment you're dreaming right now. A 2-1 start. Robert Molino is the man of all missions as he scores 41 points. We want to say good night in Boston and thank you for coming to our national broadcast. All rights reserved of the RBA Basketball Association. And we thank you for this huge accomplishment. Wow, what a win by Robert Molino. 38 points. Was only 2 shy of 40. You know, that's just something to think about. 43, 44, 44 statistical stats, and that is confirmed correct. Did he ever do that before? I don't even know, but let's just check here. On his list, he had 38 one game, game 2, and he had 39 game 3. So a little bit better this game. You know, not that much, not too much better, but you know, it doesn't matter because he did a good job and he submerged as a star player tonight. He's a superstar, Marv. He made the All-Star team. He's a great sniper on the team. He is just something else. And when you think about it, I think about him as one of the best. As, you know, it's just unbelievable to have that kind of statistical night. Joshua Alford had 25 points total. He had a huge game for Boston. He was the helping attitude that got this team back on there. Gaynor Paul, on the other hand, did a lot for the team in such little time. You know, it's just unbelievable how much he did, though. 26, 27, 33 actual fantasy points there for Boston. And he just did so good at just playing basketball. Had 24 on the night. Didn't do that well in the first half, so it just slowed him down overall. Now we look at Cleveland. Chase Budinger had 40 points. Think about that. Yes. 40. And then a 5 fantasy statistics. That is unbelievable. Did he ever do that before? As we can look again. Well, he had 21 in the second game, and he just woke up so much. The first game he was like this too. He had 50, but he never had this good of a game. In all eyes, this was the best game of the of the whole entire thing, I believe. Is that true? I honestly want to talk about that a little. Josh only had 16, so that's a debatable topic just because Josh had 16. Just because of that, Josh did not perform at the best, so not everybody's best game, of course. You can't have everybody do good, but Josh had 35 fantasy the time before, and 35 fantasy the other time. 35 fantasy game 1, 41 fantasy game 2, and now tonight 24 fantasy only, which is terrible. R.J. Williamson. I mean, it's just like a lethal RJ, you know. He just does what he does every night. But he had 37 in game 1. He had in game 2 70 in fantasy points we're talking about here. And Tonight he has 38 fantasy points only. And he is legit a star. What a good game. All right, we'll see you for Game 3 of Oklahoma City and Los Angeles. Coming up next, soon. Packed, it'll be like 6:30.